Hey guys, welcome back to the Sonic 3 and Knuckles playthrough. We're in the Knuckles playthrough of the whole thing, and we're finally in the Sonic and Knuckles portion of the game, Mushroom Hill and onwards. Just like Sonic's playthrough, Knuckles loses all the Chaos Emeralds, and you have to go through all the special stages again, or 7 new special stages that, have Super Emeralds, so you can get, you guessed it, Hyper Knuckles. So let's do this. We're gonna have to do them all over again. So, let's get started. And, yeah. Alright, this is super fun. I wanna do this all over. You know what? No, I don't wanna do this again. I quit. Well, yeah, I'm not going after the Super Emeralds for this, and thus I'm not going after Hyper Knuckles as well. Because, honestly, you're not missing much. I'm pretty sure, like, the only difference I know that Hyper Knuckles has as opposed to Super Knuckles is that whenever he hits a wall, he creates a shockwave that'll, pretty much destroy any enemy on that wall or in the screen. On screen or on the wall, something, I'm not sure. Other than that, though, it's kind of like, it's the same thing. You're invincible, you run fast, you run out of rings and stuff, so who cares? This playthrough is already as long, really long as it is, and it's the perfect part to mention this because Mushroom Hill and Flying Battery, the 2 zones that will be in this part, are honestly pretty much almost unchanged entirely. Like, Knuckles can take a few different pathways because of his gliding, but and I'll be trying to show off those as much as I can, but otherwise they're honestly pretty much the same zones. And they honestly only serve to hammer in the fact that it was kind of a mistake for me to do this, because I'm pretty sure everyone's wondering, or all 3 of you who are watching are wondering, where have I been for the past 2 weeks or so? And I won't talk about that in this video because statistics say that the 3 views or 7 views or whatever I get on my videos, well, at this point in the video no one really is watching anymore, so I'm gonna address. I have a problem, by the way, no special stage, I'm not doing those. I have ran into a problem, but I'll address that in a video after the playthrough is done, because, I want, people to help me with that problem. So I'm not going to talk about it here, because I don't think many people are watching. Especially now that I've delayed the playthrough this long. Anyway, I'm pretty sure a lot of people I say a lot of people, but I'm talking to future me. Are kind of sick. I know I am sick of this game. I kind of want to finish, or not this game, honestly, just this playthrough. At first, I kind of felt it's a good idea to show off Knuckles after Sonic, and I still think it is in hindsight, because I'm not ever planning on returning to Sonic 3 and Knuckles just to do the Knuckles stuff. But anyway, this mini boss, I think I fought for real this time, because I think in the Sonic portion I cheesed him because I was Supersonic or had the flame shield, one of the 2. This time you get to watch him do his thing. He just, flies down and chopping logs off the tree that isn't there. And they fly in different patterns. Dodge them or just stand under him and jump. Obviously the flame shield helps because you can ignore his jet flames under him. But, I still finished him off just fine as Knuckles. The only difference in Mushroom Hill 2 is that we take a different pathway, because unlike Sonic, Knuckles wasn't there to blow us into the upper pathway, so we're gonna take a different pathway, and it's obvious that it's made for Knuckles, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah, back to the traditional formula of the same zones that we just did as Sonic, but with Knuckles, so there's not much to talk about. It's been a while since I haven't actually watched my previous part, so I'm not sure what I talked about, but what I do remember is I talked about what got me into the Sonic series, which was Sonic Riders and Shadow and Zero Gravity and whatnot. So I guess this time I'll just talk about why this channel is a thing and why I wanted to do it in the first place. And honestly the answer to that is simple. As a kid I did watch like Let's Play channels. There was this one user in particular called Clement J642, something like that, and he did a lot of Let's Plays, and his Let's Plays were pretty informative, and I thought he had a really nice personality. It was enjoyable to watch his videos, and he would always play the games you know, at the best he can. In the sense that, you know, he would always try to find everything, do the unlockables, you know, 100% the game, as long as it's interesting to watch. And as well as do it as, you know, cool as possible, I guess, or as like efficiently as possible. So that was pretty fun to me. It felt like, you know, someone, you know, actually respected the game and respected the effort that went into the game, and you know, practiced his best to like not judge the game too hard, because I'm pretty sure if you're watching this, then you're kind of a Sonic fan, and you know, who doesn't know, like Sonic fans, you know, Sonic is pretty much the internet's punching bag, if you haven't noticed. And one of the things I feel like, especially like in the mid 2000s, you know, era, where a lot of people wouldn't really get to understand the game they're playing and just kind of criticize it. Oh, it's not the classics, so it sucks, and you know, that's it. And that mentality was kind of like defaulted back to apply to like the older games that people used to love, like Adventure 1 and Adventure 2 and stuff. So and I felt like, you know, people thought that because it's not the classic, then it sucked, or it was something new, so it sucked, and they didn't really give it a chance. So that's why he appealed to me in that sense, because he always respected the game, Sonic, Mega Man, whatever he played. So I thought that would be cool. Why, I would like to try that someday and be as awesome as possible, in the sense of play the games, show them off. By the way, I'm Knuckles, so I'm taking the upper pathway just to show off something different. Oh, there's nothing here. Okay. Whatever. You know, I wanted to do that as well, and do the games as efficiently as possible. So, you know, here I am trying my best to, and that's actually what sparked the name of the channel, not because of the not decent quality. Oh, I think it's decent, so, you know, give me your opinions in the comments, I guess. But the fact that I wanted to be like him in the sense that I played the games as optimal as possible, but I felt like sometimes I wasn't really up to that, because in a lot of games, once the challenge stops becoming fun, even if I want 100% it, I don't bother anymore, because it's not fun anymore to play. And that's why I never commit to one single game to master that game. I do play a lot of games more than others, but, you know, I never commit to one single game or one single genre, because I never like, you know, I want to master this, I want to do everything I can in this. But I did want to still play the games as efficiently as I could, so, you know, almost quality gaming. There you go, almost quality. I'm trying for quality, but I'm not there yet, so almost. You know, 6 out of 10. You could do worse. And yeah, that's kind of what sparked my channel. I've been wanting to do this since I was a kid. I'm 21 right now. So I've been wanting to do this like since I was what, 6, 8, something around there. So it's been a long time, and I finally, like, because it was always kind of intimidating to try out something new, and you didn't know how to, oh my god, record the screen, and I'm still having troubles with that. The very issue I'm facing that I didn't talk about is the same, but with consoles, so I can't record consoles. And, you know, you run into a lot of troubles, and you're kind of like, I don't want to bother with this, or I do want to do it, but it feels like a lot of trouble, and, but I finally did it, so I'm proud of myself. I did Sonic 1, I did Sonic 2, I did Sonic 3 technically, and Knuckles, and now I'm doing like part 2 of that, Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And there's more to come, and I'll be trying my best to play those games as optimal as possible. But again, no promises, no guarantees. I'll do what I can. But otherwise, it's just kind of like, you know, if you want to watch it, you just want to watch someone play the game and give their opinion on the game. And, you know, it's about fun, I guess, if nothing else. Because another thing that does irritate me is Let's Players that do play, like, bad games, or games like, yeah, bad games. And the thing is, like, 1 second. Okay, I'm back. The thing is, like, they play the game and they don't understand how the game works, and then the game is bad, the game doesn't have a good reputation, and it isn't a good game, but they don't understand the game, so sometimes it's their fault that they're doing bad or something's not working, but they don't, you know, they still blame the game for it. And again, that's why I kind of liked that guy in particular, the one Let's Player I mentioned, Clement, because he always gave the games a fair shot, so it always made sense to me, and it was always really enjoyable when he ripped a game apart or complained about a game, because it was like, you know, yeah, I tried to understand your game, I played your game the way you intended, but it still sucks and it's still not fun, so that makes sense. And that's always like, I always like listening to his opinion, and I wanted to become someone like that. Like, I try to give the game the best, you know, as fair shot as I can, and if it still sucks, well then again, I don't like it, but hey, I tried and I gave the game the respect it deserves, but I don't enjoy it, so, you know. And yeah, that's what inspired this channel and the name of the channel. So if you're still here watching, hey, you got some background on this random YouTuber. Be proud of yourself for sticking this long. And yeah, other than that, we're in Flying Battery. It's the same Flying Battery that Sonic went through, and yeah, that's cool. We're almost done, folks. There's technically after this there are only 2 full zones left of the game after this one, and you know, so we're not far off. This I'm planning on the Knuckles playthrough being, or the rest of it being, 3 parts. This is one of them, and then there will be 2 more parts after this, and that'll be it. Next up would be the video about the problem that I'm facing, as well as like me trying to test out other things and trying to do other stuff to see what game I'm gonna be doing next. Because I'm not sure. I wanted to do the Mega Man X series, but I ran into a hiccup where I can't record console games, and for some reason I'm having a hard time tracking down an emulator. For some reason, even though it used to be a lot easier. Because I have Mega Man the X collection on the PS2. And you know, I wanted to play them through that, but I couldn't because I can't record my PS2. So I was just gonna download them on an emulator and play them that way, but I ran into some trouble. So again, I don't know what to do next, but we'll get there when we get there. As for now, enjoy this invincibility music with Flying Battery and the same stage design we saw with Sonic. And yeah. Another thing I guess I should mention is that I did mention it briefly, but I wanted to touch back on it just to tell you like my situation, I guess. I recently, like 2 months ago, I finally got my PS4. You didn't hear that wrong, not 5, I did say 4. And the next console I plan on buying in the far future, not really close, is the Switch. Because I don't have that either, because I live in Egypt, and the thing is, it's kind of hard to, like, it's really freaking expensive. Like, the exchange rate from $1 is like over 15 Egyptian pounds. I'm not even kidding. And that's why you can guess that whenever something releases for a good, what, $300 or whatever, that's gonna cost a pretty penny. So, you know. But yeah, I finally got my PS4, and I'm trying to enjoy all the games on the PS4 as I have it, but again, stuff is expensive, so... speaking of PS4, Balan Wonderworld released recently. Square Enix, Yuji Naka. If you don't know who Yuji Naka is, that was he was the creator of Sonic the Hedgehog, and he moved to Square Enix, one of my favorite companies, because they made Final Fantasy, they made Kingdom Hearts, they made a lot of IPs. Like, the more I research them, the more I find IPs that I'm actually interested in. And I'm still trying to dive into their library of games more. But they're the JRPG of company. Like, you know them through, like, The World Ends With You and stuff. Obviously Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts. So that's their kind of specialty. But they hired Yuji Naka, who created Sonic, of all people. And you know, that would, I would feel like that would be the perfect excuse to bring, make a Sonic RPG if Square could make a deal with Sega. Because Sonic Chronicles sucks. If you don't know what that is, it's a Sonic RPG, and it sucks. And I don't know, I feel like that would be the perfect chance to make another one, but what do I know? But anyway, Yuji Naka was hired, and the project he worked on was announced a while back, and it was Balan Wonderworld, a platformer type game that was heavily inspired by Knights. Obviously, like, you can, if you took a look at Knights and took a look at the main character, I don't know if he's the main character or not, but Balin, the guy on the box cover, it's so Knights-esque, and the trailers are so Knights-inspired. I have not played a single Knights game, but yeah. By the way, I want to mention this now. The boss is... This is two details. This is the only boss that actually has Eggman in the cockpit, because I think, yeah, for some reason Eggman's in the cockpit. I don't know why, but whatever. And the flamethrower he shoots doesn't just shoot when you're standing in between his two monkey arms. It shoots when you know, at regular intervals. So watch out for that. Otherwise, it's the same boss fight. And yeah, I'll get back to Balan Wonderworld in the next part. So see you then when we go to Sandopolis.